There is a wake-up call to live in a better society that is clean and free of environmental hazards. That is the aim and one of the purpose of this present government. And what we are doing here is assisting the government, to get it right by doing our own little research and involving the general public to bring in their own contribution towards the goal of making Anambra State a livable environment and a smart megacity, according to the present governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo. And that game is achievable. That purpose or goal and the objective is quite an achievable goal. So, but we cannot get these things right. We cannot achieve a neat environment if the government keep going on open drainage. They use open gutters as refuse dump. And in most cases, they are not well attended to. They were left overgrown with bushes, filled with waste and a whole lot of them. Well, in this video, we are going to look into it. Let's go. Presently, the government of Professor Charles Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, is doing his best, to get Anambra State working and, reconnecting the state to its enviable heights. So, but recently, the state is putting more emphasis on environmental issues, neatness of environment, and a whole lot of them. Why am I showing you some of these videos? Is to show you samples of some places in Africa, not Europe, not America, some places that you can see the way they do their drainages. Yes, I still want to believe that if this present government had, had that plan of cleaning the Anambra State and our cities as a whole, they would have thought of constructing covered drainage. Because I believe by now they must have realized the mistake of constructing open drainage, because open drainages are not encouraging when it comes to keeping a neat environment. They are not encouraging at all. I have said this several times and I'm still saying it. Open drainages encourages dumping of waste and the sweeping of waste inside the gutter, and most times it's left unkept. Grasses will grow inside it, it's an eyesore most times. But with covered drainage, the only thing you can do is to sweep the road. It provides a good and spacious walkway. Aside that, the waste cannot easily get into them. Just once in a while, the government will just clean them, or whoever that is supposed to clean it can just clean them once in a while. Probably the government must have realized some few mistakes they must have made by constructing open drainages. And we keep saying this thing earlier on, that open drainages are not good. It has no advantage. It has no reasonable advantage as against covered drainage. In one of my previous videos, I've mentioned the advantages of, having covered drainage, and I can still mention some of them. Just like I've just said, if you have a covered drainage in a city, which is supposed to, even in the villages, it improves the sanitation of that place. When you have a covered gutters, it contributes to better sanitation by preventing the accumulation of debris and wastes, reducing the likelihood of blockage and associate health hazards. These things are very straightforward and simple things that we should understand and try as much as possible to get it right. Sometimes I say it that there may be a point that all these open drainages will be reconstructed. We might still come to that. And that is the truth about the matter. Then many of us here have said this several times that covered drainage are very nice and they are, aesthetically attractive. Just watch this is a walkway and a drainage at the same time. This is what we are talking about. You can see some covered parts, slabs. It has about 1, 2, 3, 4 slabs that you can remove, and it will give you enough space to evacuate the little thing that could find their way inside the gutter. This is what we are talking about. You don't have much to maintain when it comes to covered drainages. Debris, waste cannot find their way inside there easily. You see the thing? So it makes the city very nice as against what we are seeing here. You can see this place is quite open, which is not quite good. Though this gutter is a very large gutter, but whatever, how big it is, there is no justification for open drainage. This gutter you are seeing here can contain an articulated vehicle. I mean, a trailer can lie inside this gutter comfortably, without you seeing the trailer. It will be covered. The view will be covered inside this gutter. So it's a very large gutter, but it is still not an excuse to have an open drainage. We should start now to correct some of these mistakes that was made earlier if we should make a headway. And that is the point. So now, when you talk of the aesthetic, the beautiful value of having a covered drainage, we can say that covered gutters provide a cleaner and more aesthetically pleasing urban environment. The structure helps to conceal the flow of water and prevent unsightly debris accumulation. So what about safety enhancement? That's the safety of pedestrians, the safety of motorists, and the rest. Do you know that during heavy rains, that vehicles sometimes misplace their movement and find their way inside these big gutters? Some are being carried by flood inside these big gutters, and people will die. This cannot happen in a covered drainage system. It cannot happen. But because the drainages are very open and they are very large gutters, people have these experiences sometimes during rains. You can make inquiries. I'm sure of what I'm saying. Such large water flow should be done underground. Yes, like I usually said, having covered drainage like this you are seeing now, this place is some of other neighboring countries in Africa. They don't joke with covered drainage. They don't leave their drainages open. With covered drainage, we know we have a temperate environment that can easily breed mosquitoes. So with a covered drainage, mosquitoes cannot easily breed. That is a very good advantage of having a covered drainage. The coverage prevents the stagnation of water, minimizing opportunities for mosquitoes breeding. This has positive implication for the public health and the prevention of vector-borne diseases. Yes, in Anambra State, it's just very few places you can see covered drainage. The only place that comes to mind is 6th Avenue, Awka. 6th Avenue, Awka has a covered drainage, even though that type of drainage is quite covered, but the coverage is with slabs. They use slabs to cover them, though it provides a rough surface for pedestrians to be used. That such drainage coverage is not done this time around using slabs that are very rough to cover the drainage. The drainage are being constructed to be covered during that construction stage. That use of slab is not in vogue again. So the point is that when we have an open drainage, it's difficult to maintain, and is usually an eyesore to the general public. You can see this one well said. You are not seeing any dustbin inside gutter. It's everywhere is neat and clean. You see, so it has all the advantages more than the open gutters. Open gutters is just there. Finally, you will see that the open gutters are not helping matters. Rather, they will contribute much damages to the society, and they are not aesthetically appealing to the eyes of visitors and people living around. That is the point. So, but incorporating covered gutters as part of urban planning and infrastructural development can contribute to a resilient and sustainable cityscape, addressing both aesthetic and functional aspect of drainage management. Well, ours is to discuss these matters and bring suggestions and still make our voice be heard that these things are not, the best. That is what we are doing. It's not the best, and we have our voice to contribute to the development of Anambra State, Southeast at large, and Nigeria. So that is what we are doing here. And anything that will bring, good ideas or development, we need to hear it on board so that you never can tell who will come across it, and it will be, advantageous to the Anambra State government or Southeast at large, or anybody that sees it and listens to it. So that is what we are talking about. And most importantly, in line with the governor's agenda of having a livable environment, and mega smart city projects. These are the small, small things that make up the major target of the governor. And we keep pointing these things out to the general public and to everybody that cares to know. And if you have not subscribed to YangaLife channel, click on the subscription button, notification bell. Let's hear your view about this video, and please don't forget to share this video. Share it and click on the like button so that others can bring in their own suggestions and contributions that will benefit the general public and the state government in particular, because what we do here is not a child's play, and we try as much as possible to make it public knowledge so that anybody can benefit from it. Well, I am still your presenter, Chinedu, until I come your way next time, and I say bye for now.